Erling hasn't scored in open play for a few games, but from when you replay the games and analyse it, is he doing a lot more in his overall game, and how happy are you with
God
that?
bless, we have Erling in our team right now, in all the season. We are fortunate to have him. Without him, we will not be in the position that we are right now.
Without, in your own words, without just scoring the goals, what else does he bring to your team?
Yeah, a lot. It's getting better and many things. But it's a lot of games. You have an incredible period, 4 games, and in every 3 days. Recovery is less with travels and tough conditions, central defender stuff. And it's difficult, but he'll be back.
Like Van Heck and the Newcastle defender quite like to get in his face and wrestle him. Does he relish that?
No, it's the best. It's the striker all around the world. He make more faults than defenders to him. That is the biggest attribute from Erling Haaland. That's really good. So it's only a striker I've seen in my life that he make more faults to the defenders than defenders to him. I never saw like that. But in the beginning of the season, the referee said it will be the opposite, but it's completely the opposite, right? Honestly.
Hi, Pep. You spoke briefly about him on Tuesday night, but how good have Alleyne and Khusanov been? Stepped in.
It was a surprise even for me. How connected they are and how help each other, how really good. Both have been in tough games because Brighton for Max, of course, Exeter was a little bit different for the result. And of course, Newcastle away, they were brilliant.
When you lost Gvardiol and Diaz in the same game, were you sort of worried? Did you sort of fear?
What I thought?
Yeah.
We are in trouble.
Yeah.
That is my first thought. But that's why we learned with the option to, to recover the players and we thought, because I knew Max, from training 2 years with us, and of course still has big margin to improve. But in general, comparing the not training sessions, because we don't have training sessions, just from video, how quick got the things is really, really good.
Pep, have you spoken to Howard Webb this week?
No.
Has anybody been in contact since the Newcastle game? And as you mentioned to Mike, kind of Erling does seem to get a lot given against him compared to what he does to defenders to sort of earn fouls. How frustrating is that when you're trying to get him to be physical, but...
Are you see what happened in the boxes? No, believe me, not Man City, in the boxes. When he's push and hold around the... I don't know their keepers how can survive. But what happened today with the keepers there in the box, I don't understand after that. It's never fault. Every time Erling touches the opponent, it's fault from Erling. So, I don't understand.
Hi, Pep. Can I just ask about Rodri? Obviously, in and out, had a long time out previously. Just his presence within the squad, does that give everyone else a lift around him? Is there a bit more confidence when he's just part of the 18, part of the 20-man squad?
The composure and the quality and everything have Rodri, we don't have it. So, but not he and many teams. So, but the reason why he didn't be 90 minutes just to protect him. So, after the game against Chelsea was demanding, he didn't feel well to play again and again. So that's why we are trying to handle in the minutes, but it's getting better. So now, I had the feeling it's getting better.
Are you confident that he'll be able to play 90 minutes consistently again? Because you've had people like Nate who can't play.
Yeah, hopefully soon, yeah. The problem with Rodri is 90 minutes, and after when he's able to play 90, 90 more, how many days? So we play 90 minutes tomorrow. That's still I not decide. We'll be able to play in Norway, an important game that we have. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Hi, Pep. Just one more on Rodri. From what you've seen since he's been back in, are you confident we're going to see what he was 2 years ago, the best player in the world?
With time, yeah.
What sort of time? Are you looking at a long time? Or?
With time, we'll be back, yeah. With not the setbacks, we'll be back over here because he has something natural and after in his body that is always there.
And just one on transfers, your transfer windows always look very strategic. You know, there's a plan and a reason behind them. When you picked up those defensive injuries against Chelsea a couple of weeks ago, did that make you change what you might do in this transfer window? Those serious injuries to
well, we transfer for the fact to bring back Max. The rest we see.
Yeah,
we see. Forget that normally when you sign a player, it's not just for the 3 months or 2 months; it's for years. And after the club has to decide, this is the player for years. When we bring Semenyo, we had problems as a wingers for the day one, and the chance that maybe we could do it, and the club can afford it for the release clause. So it's Antoine come for years, not come for solve a short problem for that, you know. And this is the best has to wait.
Last two with Jack and Simon.
So I'm not. So when you have injuries like happen now in one department, like a central defender, they don't come from until the players who come back. Last season, for example, Khusanov or Victor, especially Khusanov, came from 21 years old for many years. So that is the reason why.
Jack.
Hi, Pep. Just you mentioned Khusanov there. Obviously, we don't know who's going to play tomorrow, but it could be that Khusanov, Alleyne, and O'Reilly all play tomorrow. How sort of encouraging for you is that to sort of help their development on like a stage like United away?
But I think Newcastle was a good proof, I would say. You tell me in the beginning of the season that will be in an important part of the season, these three in the back, or I would say, are you sure? So, but that is what is the season. That's why it's never flat. It's never in the same path. Always there are bumpings, and you have to handle it. So, and Nico's already playing for many times there. So Nathan can play there. I'm happy that Ryan back Nuri. That having incredible special quality, not just in the final third and the build up, that help us a lot. So, and yeah, happy that Khusanov, since always this season played, because had an injury in Arsenal game, I think so, and after that had been out for many times because Rúben was playing really good, important for us. So, but every time played, Khusa had behaved really well.
Just going back to what Simon was saying before about the sort of the refereeing and the theme of the week. Obviously, Arsenal were given a goal on Wednesday.
No, it's over.
Very similar to yours. But do you feel? What do you think the problem is at the moment with the sort of officiating? Is it the consistency, or is it? Do you think it's the laws of the game, or?
That's not an answer for me. It's not an answer for me. You have to talk to them.
Last one, Sal. Thank you.
Hi, Pep. You were talking before about the corners and the amount of bodies around goalkeepers. It seems like every corner is just put on top of the goalkeeper, but he can't get it because of the people. The amount of long throw-ins there are. The other day when you talked about Rico Lewis, he's really good when teams allow you to play in the pockets. But there's not so many opportunities to do that now because it's more physical and man-to-man maybe. All these changes seem to have happened quite quickly in the Premier League, and how direct it is with set pieces. When did you and the club start to notice this is the way that the Premier League's going and that we need to adapt maybe the players we bring in and how we play?
Rico can play last 30 minutes against Newcastle on the marking team, and it was exceptional. So,
yeah, sorry, it's not so much about Rico, but just the league generally.
No, yeah, change some. Yeah, not all of them. So yeah, I would say more than when arrived. That's true. Change teams more aggressive in the first part. It's defend so aggressive man to man or so deep. So they are not a middle area. I would say the few. But yeah, comparing 1 decade ago or 9 or 10 years ago when I arrived, it was a tendency that changed. Yeah, in that part, of course, you adapt. And I think the players are good enough to adapt what require every single game.
Is it a big change to even last year, 2 years ago? For us, it feels very sudden. It's all about set pieces. It's all about throw-ins. It's a lot more direct. But I guess you might have a different.
No, I don't think it's just about throw-ins, about set pieces. Yeah, it's an important part that grew up a lot in the last years. Yeah, I'm agree with you, but it's not just about that. Always there are always there are a counter-argument for one team want to make an argument to make you a problem. So always there are always you can solution. I'm not agree like you cannot play even a marking the positional game. Always you have some space, some moments that you can use it. But it's true that they won't allow you to do, no head. That, can do it, but you have to adapt. So that is nice, in when you face another team, always there are tactics and it's an evolution. So when the opponents decide to do in this certain way, you have to adapt. Otherwise, it's different like it was 10 or 9 or 8 years ago, but it's not a problem. Even in that process in 10 years, always there are moments that the teams make differently. And that is what is nice. No team play the same way, not opponents face teams in the same way. So that's why it's nice. Otherwise, we'll be so bored our game, with all the tennis players playing the same way. We'll be so boring. Our golf players or basketball players, for tactics in basketball, that is open as well. So that's why it's so nice how your opponent, okay, what are you going to do tomorrow, for example, answer the question, I don't know what Michael's going to do. So you have to try to interpret it or read it quick and try to win the game.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.